Hello students, today we are going to study about the new chapter, that is chapter 4, materials, metals and non-metals. In this chapter we will study about mostly about elements. Elements are made up of atoms and molecules. Atoms, what is atom? First of all, what is an atom? So an atom is a smallest particle that can exist independently, that may or may not exist independently, such as the atom of iron, hydrogen, oxygen. These atoms combine together and form molecules. Molecules may be monoatomic, diatomic, triatomic. Monoatomic means the molecule having one atom, and diatomic means the molecule having two atoms, such as oxygen. Oxygen have two atoms, carbon have only one atom in its molecule. Triatomics means O3, ozone. So molecules may be monoatomic, diatomic or triatomic. From atoms and molecules, substances are formed. Elements are the substances which are formed by a single type of atoms or molecules. Whatever total number of elements are there, they are 118 in number. Out of that, 92 are natural and rest are discovered by the scientists time to time. One scientist, the name that is Lavoisier, that classify the elements into metals, non-metals and metalloids. By the characteristic of them, we will distinguish them. Metals, as metals have different characteristics, non-metals have different characteristics, metalloid have the characteristic of both metal and non-metals. So metals are electropositive, they give positive ion by losing electrons. Non-metals are electronegative, they give negative ions by gaining electrons. Metalloids are the elements which have both the characteristic of metals and non-metals. Some of the characteristic of metals they have and some of the characteristic of non-metals they have. So they are categorized in separate category, that is metalloid. Today in this video we will discuss about physical properties of metals and non-metals. On the basis of physical properties we will distinguish metals and non-metals. So here I have written properties, metals and non-metals. So first property I have taken, that is physical state. Physical state means solid, liquid, gas, in which state they are found. So most of the metals are found in the solid state at room temperature, except mercury. The symbol of mercury is Hg. So it is found at room temperature, also it is found in the liquid state, and rest of the metals they are found in the solid state. In non-metals may found in solid, liquid or gaseous state, such as in solid state sulfur, phosphorus, etc. are found. In liquid state, bromine, this is the single non-metal which is found in liquid state, bromine or bromine. In gaseous state, oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, they are the examples of non-metals which are found in gaseous state at the room temperature. The next property is appearance, how the metals and non-metals appear. So whatever metals are there, they have a particular shine, that is called metallic luster, as silver have silvery sign, gold have golden color sign, copper have brownish shine. So different elements, different metals have sign of their own category, that is called luster, and the metals are lustrous in nature. they are lustrous, and non-metals are dull in appearance except graphite and iodine. Here only symbol I have written iodine, I, that is the symbol of iodine. So graphite and iodine are the non-metals which have their own shine. Remaining all the non-metals are dull in appearance, they do not have shine. Next property is hardness. Metals are generally hard. Hardness is the property that resists them from any dentation, any molding, means they cannot be changed in shape by any dentation. So, but here is exception, that is sodium, potassium and lead. Sodium and potassium are so soft that they can be cut with knife. With knife also they can be cut. So they are soft metals, although most of the metals are hard, and non-metals are comparatively soft, they are less hard, except diamond. Diamond is the diamond is formed from the carbon. Diamond, graphite, coal, these are the form of carbon. So diamond is the hardest material, hardest natural material till now. Whatever materials are known, among them diamond is the hardest natural material, although that is a non-metal. Diamond is a non-metal. So next property is tensile strength. Tensile strength means bearing the load. Whatever metals are there, they have high tensile strength, they can bear more load, they do not break easily, means that's why they are used in the bridges and buildings, because they can bear more loads and they are high tensile. But non-metals have low tensile, they, if they are pressed, they are get pressure, they get broken. So non-metals are low tensile and metals are high tensile, they can bear more pressure and weight. Next property is malleability. Malleability is the property of materials by which they can be changed into thin sheet, they can be beaten into thin sheet, as you may have seen when blacksmith hammer any iron object to give it a particular shape. So that hammer it, after heating it, that hammer it, and after hammering that change into thin sheet. Aluminium foil you use to pack your food items in your tiffin, that aluminium foil is also made up of aluminium metal. So that is also because of this nature, malleability. Aluminium change into very fine, very thin foil, and like that most of the metals are having less or more, they have this the property of malleability, they can be beaten into thin sheet. So metals are malleable in nature, means they can be beaten into thin sheet. So they are said that metals are malleable, but non-metals are brittle in nature. When non-metals will be beaten, they will break into small pieces. So that property is called brittle. So non-metals are brittle if solid. If they are solid, if they will be in gaseous state or in liquid state, then this do not apply on that, because already they are in liquid state or in gaseous state, so they cannot be beaten. But if they are in solid state, if they will be beaten, they will break into pieces, they will not change into sheet, means they are not malleable, they are brittle in nature. Next property, that is ductility. Ductility is the property of a material by which that can be drawn into thin wire. So metals, thin wire you may have seen of the copper wire, aluminum wire, whatever wires are there in your house, means wherever electric connection is there. So in that you may have seen thin wires. So they are made up of metals, and because of the property of ductility. So metals have property, means metals are ductile in nature, they can be changed into, drawn into thin wire, but non-metals do not have non-ductile, non-metals are non-ductile, they cannot be drawn into thin wire. So anywhere you may have not seen any wire of any non-metal. Wherever wires are used, that is the made up of metals, either it is of copper or it is of aluminum. So metals are ductile in nature and non-metals are non-ductile. Now the next property is, that is conductivity. Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Conductivity is the property of materials by which they allow the heat and electricity to pass through it. So that is called conductivity. The metals allow heat and electricity to pass through it, means they are good conductor of heat and electricity. That's why they are good conductor of electricity. That's why electric wires are made up of metals. Among the metals, silver is the best conductor of electricity. Second best is copper, but copper wire is mostly used. Silver wire is not used because silver is costlier. So that is costly metal, that is expensive metal. That's why that is not used for making electric wires. But silver is the best conductor of electricity. And metals are good conductor of heat also. So that's why metals are used for making cookwares, whatever pressure cooker, pan, etc. are made up of. That is because of made up of metals, because that allow heat to pass through it, and whatever food is kept in that is get cooked. So metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Non-metals are bad conductor or insulator of heat and electricity. They do not allow electricity or heat to pass through it, so they are bad conductor or insulator, except graphite. Graphite, although it is a non-metal, whatever pencil lead you write with a pencil, whatever pencil lead is there, so never you should try that pencil in the electric socket. You should not push it into the electric socket, because you may get electric shock. If it is that graphite rod, whatever by which you write on the paper, so if that is in your touch, and other end you have pushed into the put into the electric socket, then you will get electric shock. So never you should try, because that may be dangerous. So graphite, although it is a non-metal, but it is good conductor of electricity, and graphite is used for making pencil lead by mixing some other substances like clay, etc. So metals are good conductor of electricity. That's why immersion rod, whatever you use for heating water in the winter season, so immersion rod is also made up of metals. That is because metals are good conductor of electricity. And non-metals are used wherever there is no need to pass heat or electricity through it. After conductivity, that is density. Density of a substance is the number of molecules present in per unit volume. That is called its density. As you may have listened about population density. So population density means whatever number of people live in per unit area, means per square kilometer. So that is the population density of that particular state or country. So density of metals are high except lithium, sodium and potassium. Lithium, sodium and potassium have less density than water, and other substances, whatever other metals are there like iron, copper, etc., they have higher density than the water. If you will put it into the water, that will sink into the water. Means if you will keep iron nail into the water, that will sink into the water. That is because the density of metals is means iron is higher than the water, but these have less density, lithium, sodium and potassium. And in non-metals the density is low except diamond, although diamond is a non-metal, but its density is high, that's why it is hardest substance and it is a non-metal. The next property, that is sonority. Sonority is the property of a metal by which they produce ringing sound when they are strike with a hard substance. So metals are sonorous, they produce ringing sound. At your school also, when your metal bell is strike with a hammer, so that produce ringing sound. So that's why bell is made up of metals, that is not made up of non-metals, because non-metals are non-sonorous, that do not produce ringing sound, so they are not used for making bell, etc. Next property is melting, boiling point, melting and boiling point. So melting point is the temperature at which a substance change from solid state to liquid state, and boiling point, that is the temperature at which the liquid start to boil, that is called its boiling point. The melting and boiling point of metal is generally high, but in non-metals it is low except graphite and diamond. Graphite, since its melting point is high, that's why it is used as a dry lubricant in aircrafts, and that is because they do not melt at high temperature also even, and diamond also have high melting point. So these are the various properties, physical properties on which we can differentiate between metals and non-metals. And the materials which have both characteristic of metals and non-metals, they are called metalloids. Metalloids, example boron, germanium, arsenic, some other examples are also there. So they are called metalloids because they have the property of both metals and non-metals. So you can define non-metals, the materials which are lustrous, hard, high tensile, malleable, ductile, sonorous, good conductor of heat and electricity, and are electropositive, means they produce positive ion by losing electron. So they are called metals. Examples, many examples are there, very common it is like iron, copper, aluminum, these are the various metals, lithium, sodium, potassium, sodium, lead, they are the examples of metals. In non-metals, you can define just opposite of this, that the materials which are dull in appearance, means that do not have luster, dull in appearance, less hard, are low tensile, brittle, bad conductor of heat and electricity, non-sonorous, and they are electronegative, means they produce negative ions by gaining electrons. So they are called non-metals. So this was about the physical property of metals and non-metals. Now in next video we will study about chemical properties. Till then, thank you.